Welcome back to Bailiwick of Guernsey Shipwrecks. I'm JP Falaise, and this is a channel where you get to come and dive with us completely free of charge. So, what are we doing today? Look how nice that is. Another big block of flats there. I don't know how much that one carries, probably guessing about 5,000. We're going to manoeuvre around that, manoeuvre around the back of Sark and Herm, and make our way towards Noir Put. On the outside, I don't know, maybe another third of the way from Noir Put to Sark, and have a look for some crab pots that are stuck there. Now these crab pots are probably into this wreckage that we tried looking for. Was it last Saturday? I think I'm forgetting now. It's probably last Saturday we went looking for this. Yeah, it's probably last Saturday we went looking for this shipwreck. So we'll give it a go, have another look. If it's not on the end of here, I think I'm probably going to give up. It's a 45-metre dive. They're great, but once you do one of them in a day on a Saturday, you've got to give it a couple of hours surface interval to try and get yourself anywhere near a decent nitrogen level to dive for another decent dive. Again, take two, fingers crossed. I mean, lately we've had some luck. We found Bessie's propeller, that cleaver prop, so fingers crossed we find another shipwreck. Could do with another one, even if it is just a mound of rotten wood on the seabed, or some old iron of some sort. Right, wish us luck. Also, we're going to get some more pots back. We're going to tangle the correct ones this time, because apparently last time the pots we untangled were the wrong ones. I blame Keeney. Right, catch you on the boat. Is there a dive brief for today, Richard?
Well, last week we went looking for some wreckage and some pots, and didn't find any wreckage or any pots. So this week we're going to try again to find some wreckage and some pots, and see if we can solve a mystery or two. But there's only one way to find out, and that's to go diving.
Look forward to this.
I'll dive in a flat seabed again.
Yeah.
Well, no, this time there is actually something there because there's pots.
Yeah, there's pots stuck in something, so it could be reef, could be a wreck.
Probably a bong, I'm going to say a reef.
Well, Richard says we've got to try it.
You don't know until you look at it.
Yeah, you don't win the lottery unless you buy the lottery tickets. Lobster in the pot, so we're allowed to have it?
Yeah,
That's the rules.
Diver's perks, yeah. We get one if we find some pots, we get the lobsters.
That's Noir Put right there. There's Sark. We'll go behind it. There's a liquor tide there. We got to go down that. Get the gear ready. What's it, 45 metres? How deep we showing here?
Maybe 40, 39.
Oh, that's not so bad.
Run up that
As always, fishermen normally have 100 metres of cable back to the surface. Me and Matt don't want to be swimming all the way down and along the cable, so what Rich has done is he's winched it taut so we can get on it and go straight down to the bottom. Less swimming the better. I thought as much. Can't see no shipwreck, but I can see some big boulders. And it looks like either a crab pot or the scallop is caught underneath this one. That's why the fisherman can't winch it back to the surface. He's trying to pick a massive boulder up. Probably 4 or 5 tons, I guess. Oh, this looks like the scallop because it's a chain. What's probably happened is they've been pulling on it and it's wedged it right underneath this rock. See if we can pull it out. In this case, someone's used heavy chain as a scallop. Scallop's basically a weight that helps the pots to prevent them from moving in the tide. Just gives the whole thing a little extra weight. We're at 40 metres, no messing around. I'm trying to hold the rope for Matt to try and disconnect it, but it's not happening. So Matt's using the serrated side of his knife. No, it's not upside down. The serrated side of the knife to cut through the rope. Unfortunately, he's going to lose his chain. Given that was well and truly wedged, is that our issue? Probably is, but we've got to check the pots as well. Just make sure they're disconnected. That pot looks fine over there. Looks like that'll lift away. But we better unhook all these little bits. Seems very minor, but probably could prevent it from getting pulled up. Bit more friction. Unneeded. Five minutes left before we go into DK, so I'm just going to have to keep an eye on that. This pot looks like it'd be an issue to pull up as well because it's pulled in between a wedge. So I'll just pull this out of the way. Disconnect it. Make sure the crab pot is well out of the way of the reef. Some nice lobsters in there. Richard will be happy. It looks like this end is probably the loose end. This is where they banged off. Fisherman, I'm not sure if he cut him or he just they just snapped the rope, but probably cut him. Better off saving an 8 if it's a truce of 10 than losing the whole lot. We decided to have a little look around, see if there is a shipwreck around here, but at the moment it's looking very doubtful. Only 3 minutes left, then we're going to have to head back up. Turn our lights on, see what the seabed looks like. Given the shapes of these rocks, yeah, quite easily start eating crab pots. When they're rounded under the edges all the way around, they tend to catch up on these. Some interesting colours to some of these stones as well. It's like almost like a black colour. Look a little bit like Stonehenge. You can imagine crab pots getting pulled through that. Oh, that's weird. For a second then I thought there was a hole right through the middle of that rock. It's not, it's just a bit of coral on the outside. getting to time to send up the delayed SMB. We could probably swim over to the crab pots and go back up the line, but maybe better if we don't. Richard might want to start pulling it. As soon as he sees us go up, he know we're away. One minute left, we better start going up. Wonder why Matt's trying to swim away from me. But when I look up, it's probably because there's a pop rope right alongside. We don't want to get tangled in that. Whilst I carry out my 3-minute safety stop, Matt heads back to the boat. Little did we know, Richard tried pulling the pots and they're still tangled, so Matt had to go back down to 40 metres again and untangle them.
Take 2. That's what I seen. And he's cut the pot off. The pot is gone. Oh, that's Scallop, yeah, that's the bit we cut, yeah. That's the bit I had in my hand.
Yeah. Did you remember anything you did there?
No. Very deep dive. Yeah, there's been a few repairs. Where's Matt? Matt's over here. There's one crab pot. That is the first one we've seen. No, it ain't. That's the other one I pulled out. It's two rockies in it. The other one's got 2 lobsters in, Richard, and a rocky.
Yeah, what's the lobsters I want?
Lobsters.
You need a decent one for tonight.
You need a decent one for tonight? Well, there's 2 decent ones in the other pot. Where's Matt? Matt's over here somewhere. Is he over here somewhere? We don't know.
Have we seen that?
His bubbles are here. I don't know, he's over there I reckon. No delayed up just yet. There's another crab pot coming up, and this is probably the last one. And there's Scallop. There's the delayed. And there's the lobsters. That'll do. There's 3 in there actually, Richard, sorry.
Yeah, what not?
4 in there actually. And they've also caught their own bait as well. Yeah, he's looking a bit suspect, that one. He's a juvie. He's in size, he stays. And was that a juvie as well? Oh, lucky lobster. Oh, it was a mobile. That was a telephone, that one. He had no claws. So we're going to whack up the fish and cut them into slices and put them in as bait. Oh, diver's back. Do you want me to go over there, Richard? Okie doke. Can't do anything without asking the skipper.
The next set of pots are in a bit shallower around the back of Herm. So these have been lost for quite a while, as you can tell by the cable. Quite a bit of growth on there. And we think we know why they can winch them up. So this is called Lobster Bank, and this sand moves quite a lot. There's, you know, tens of tons of seaweed that rolls through here, so people have tried netting it and lost their nets, and the same with the crab pots. Mish is shaking her head because there's no way we're going to dig these out. I don't know how deep they are or how far they are, but it's not looking good. The only thing left to do is start digging. As you can tell, we've come down here and there's quite a bit of tide screaming, but that's on purpose because we want to get the sand to move away from us. There's no point digging it and the sand just coming along in front of our eyes. Look how black the rope is. I think they've been here for a while. I'll try them on the opposite side to the tide and try and push with my feet, try to use my fins to clear it, but anyone would know if they've been digging in wet sand, it just keeps rolling in. It's like running sand. I was just trying to figure out actually where the cable goes. Looks like it comes down and goes this way first. Got a feeling there should be a pot under here. Yep, looks like Mish has found the pot. This is the top. So I reckon it's at least 1.5 foot buried. Look at the sand running. I think we're going to have our work cut out here. So I've sent Mish back up the line to tell Keeney to try and put some tension on it. Try and winch it out, but I don't think this is going to come very easy. Just wait for it to come back down. We'll start digging again. We might be lucky. But I think I'm going to run out of air before this is remotely dug out. After 15 minutes of digging, I think I'm going to call it a day there. There is no way this thing is going to be coming out. And Keeney's got so much tension on that. Problem is, there's 3 or 4 bits of rope that go into the seabed, and the suction of the sand is just holding it there. We're going to end up parting one of these cables and then losing a lot. So let's get back to the surface, and then we'll send a message to the fishermen and give them the bad news. A couple of weeks later, the fishermen went out and gave them a pull, and somehow they came out. So he got them back in the end, which is good. Next mission, some more scalloping. But first of all, everything on me is covered in sand. My gloves are absolutely full. Just as I roll in, a bit of sargassum, a bit of this weed, I landed right on top of it, floating on the surface. Oh well. Looks like I've got dreadlocks now. Check out the visibility. Awesome. That is a good sign. As soon as you fall down and you land on a scallop, you know you're going to have a good day. on top of these reefs. I think divers don't tend to come here, but I normally come off on these little sandy veiny bits and I tend to do really well. It's the same again today. You do very well. I think we're going to stay on top of this reef and just follow these little bits all the way around. Wasn't really that impressed with the spider crabs this year. They didn't really show up, to be honest. We didn't see the large males, and to be honest, even the females seem to have disappeared. They normally stay a bit longer. Look at this. There's loads just in these little bits here, and they're huge as well because I've been here a long time. Sandy areas aren't large, but there's still plenty here. When the scallops settle down, they find a substrate and they start growing. Pretty funny, the old brittle stars. Look how fast they move. The only thing I hate about these scallops, yeah, they're large and they're nice, but they've got this horrible red seaweed growing on them, and it gets everywhere. It sticks to your suit, sticks in your bag, it takes forever to get rid of. And if you end up taking your bag home and it's in your bongo, it starts stinking. Which is found a reel, or the handle of a reel anyway. Oh, Misha just pointed out this fish. These things are amazing. They're tub-gurnard. It's funny because they look like they fly and they also can walk, which I think is pretty cool. But the best thing is, look at the colours on it. You don't expect something like this to be in the English Channel. Amount of red seaweed coming out of this. I always tend to give them a shake, get rid of most of the loose stuff.
Poor old Matt, look at him, look.
Poor old fisherman.
Poor old fisherman. Anyway, where's your red hat?
It's in there, my baseball cap.
Yeah. 80p. £1. Oh my, oh, what is that?
That's my red hat out.
Yeah. Korea Divers Muscle Arm.
Been there a few times. Thank you.
Been there, done that, completed.
Completed it.
Two pots are back, ropes are back, cables back, one boff back. Job done.
Thanks for coming along on another dive. If you think one of your friends would like to see something like this or come for a dive with us free of charge, just share it with them, and please leave a comment and thumbs up. Thanks a lot, and I'll catch you on the next tide.